Hello everyone, QC Comics back here with, of course, another action figure unboxing video. And today we've got a good one. This is a figure I had no idea was being released. I just happened to walk into a GameStop today and I wanted to pre-order some figures. And I saw a guy going to the register with this and they just opened about 10 minutes prior. I walked over, there was 2 pegs full, I think maybe 10 or 12 of them. And the guy at the counter said that this just got released today. So I don't know if it's been released prior to this. I don't believe so from what I saw. I think this is a brand new figure. But correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Let me know if it's been released in some capacity before. But as far as I could tell, it was a GameStop exclusive that was just released today. So very excited to pick it up. And of course, this is the Inferno Squad agent from Star Wars Battlefront 2. Of course, I'll show you the packaging here quickly. And there is that Inferno Squad artwork there. And this was, there was 3 main characters in the Inferno Squad in the game. The main one being Iden Versio. And I loved Battlefront 2. Still play it to this day. And this was actually $20.99. So this was like $2 cheaper than normal GameStop figures. So very happy to pick this up. There's the name on the side with Inferno across it. It's really cool. And then the back here. And here is all the information. So yeah, definitely not one I planned on finding today, but I figured brand new figure, I better pick it up. And unfortunately, the figure I tried to pre-order, I wanted to get the 50th anniversary Darth Maul, and I was too late. So I think they said May 19th they were shipping it out, so hopefully I get lucky, I can find one in store, but I've never seen any Darth Maul in store, so who knows? And this here doesn't have too many accessories. We'll pop this out here. And this is just kind of your typical Trooper blaster. However, this does have kind of a nice, like a shine, kind of a gloss over the black. So it doesn't look like just a black plastic piece kind of stamped out of a mold. You can definitely tell that there is some sort of gloss added to the top of this. So it does look really nice. It's got kind of a reflective surface to it. So I'm definitely happy with that, although it's nothing, nothing too special. We'll set that off to the side, and no other accessories, so we'll just pop out the old figure here. And we'll start here at the top. The helmet is my favorite part of this. Looks great. You've got the Imperial logo there. And then on the other side, you've got that Inferno Squad logo. And that looks great too. On the side here, I didn't really, I maybe should have kind of looked through and seen if maybe there was one with a little better paint apps, because mine does get a little smudged right there. If you can see. Yeah, I mean, it's just a little bit. And then there is a little smudge of just a red paint there on the helmet. Not a big deal. It's not going to show up in photography, which is primarily why I collect. So not a big deal, but if you do go in and there's multiples, always check the paint apps. You never know. There might be one with some smudges and you can find a cleaner figure. And then, of course, you've got the logo over here as well. Really, really well done. The line work down the sleeve is fairly clean. Little smudge in the line there, but overall, it looks great because it's got this kind of wrinkled surface look to it, and they added a nice glossy coat. So it really does look like a wrinkled fighter pilot material. So that's really nice. Of course, the helmet itself looks fantastic. This design is phenomenal. It's one of my favorite, other than the Scout Trooper. This is probably my favorite Trooper helmet design. It's just got a really intimidating look to it. And the front here, kind of reminiscent of that chest piece on Vader. You've got this here. Some switches over here, flip on and off. I'm assuming somebody out there can go, hey, actually, this switch does this, and then this one can connect to this, and that'll do. I'm sure somebody knows, but there's buttons. And then there's colorful buttons here. Buttons. But it does look great, and it's unique. It's got just a different an overall aesthetic than the normal Troopers, and I really like this. Especially this tubing that comes out here, is just a nice addition. It really gives it a fighter pilot look and feel as well. And then you get down here into the lower torso and the waist. You've got a nice rubbery belt here. just some kind of pouches that hang. And of course, you've got your holster for the blaster here. And then the legs are that same material I talked about in the arms, same glossy paint. The boots look great. Again, it's the same gloss, obviously, but on the plastic of the boot, it really gives it a leathery shine, which is nice. So there is that in all angles. Just for articulation here, should be just about like every other trooper, I imagine. You can get those arms up about yay high. You got full swivel on the wrists, and those will go back and forward. Mine are a little stiff, so I may have to warm water these to, yeah, see, it's not really wanting to go, and I don't want to apply too much force. Oh, before I forget, the gloves here are a nice touch. I like how these kind of pop out really wide. I kind of wish it was just like a, how should I put it? But just like a, like a rubber glove that maybe went over. I don't know, just so you didn't have this flat plastic here on the corner. So if you could kind of see inside the glove a little bit, if there was some way they could do that. I'm not sure how, but I think that would have been a nicer look. And let's check out, I don't think you're going to get much by way of chest and torso articulation, just because this is all one flat piece here with the armor. And so that's really going to hinder your amount of ab crunch. So you don't get a whole lot, but there is some movement there. You're definitely going to be able to pose this figure, just, not as crazy as some other figures can. And then the back here goes up about, yeah, you got good articulation there. The legs, she or he, I'm not sure. I'm going to pretend that this is the Iden Versio under here. Hopefully one day we get one where there's a, the actual actress's face modeled underneath it and you can pop the helmet off. But I'm pretending this is Iden Versio. Legs will kick out about like that. And then the feet, yeah, because these are boots, you're not going to get crazy. Oh, well, that one went. So maybe it's just this one that doesn't want to go. I may just have a stiff foot on this side because this side does go down a pretty good way. So yeah, that's about all the cover, I think, on this one, if I'm not forgetting anything. The eyes do have kind of a nice red tint to them. So that is, it really adds the overall look of, it's the Inferno squad. So that red tint on the eyes is definitely a nice touch. So there we have the unboxing / review of the Inferno squad agent, aka in my headcanon, Iden Versio. And I gotta say, I'm happy with the figure. Definitely unexpected find today from the GameStop. I think that it's going to be a welcome addition with my squad of, clone troopers, stormtroopers, etc. It's going to look really nice on the shelf. And I'm happy to finally have this because I was a big fan of Star Wars Battlefront 2. I really like the actress who played Iden Versio in the game. She did the mocap and the voice and all of that. So I'm really happy that there is at least this figure. I'm going to have to go online and see if hopefully there's plans to do an unhelmeted version of the figure so that we can get the actress's face on it. That would be excellent. I really hope that is something that does happen eventually. But for now, this is going to look great on the shelf. I'm very, very happy with it. And as I said, if you are picking this up and there's multiples on the shelf, do check the paint applications. This one here, you can see right on the back there, there's even another red smudge of paint, which obviously you wouldn't be able to see in box. However, over here, the paint lines aren't the best. And that doesn't really affect my overall enjoyment of the figure per se. But if there's multiples, why not just pick the one with the best paint? It's a no-brainer, and I definitely didn't think about it. I was there with my daughter today, and she's 4 years old, so I only have so much time to look around, before she gets impatient. So I saw it, I looked, and I thought, looks great, pick it up, buy it, let's go home. So anyway, if I were to give it a rating, it's a solid 8 out of 10. I might even say 7.5. I don't want to go too high. Let's not just go throwing around 8s willy-nilly. There's not a lot to it, so it's hard to give it a really high rating, but it is a character that I did want. I'm happy to have. So it's definitely not something that I'm going to give a bad rating to because, like I said, I'm happy to have the figure, and it does look good. It's just, fairly simple. And the paint could have been a little cleaner, and would have been nice if they made this just the straight Iden Versio, so you had her droid. Something like that would have really made the figure, would have really shot it up into a must-have. But as it is, I think it's a fine figure, and it's one you should definitely pick up if you see it. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please give me a like, share, subscribe, comment if you have found this figure or if you plan on picking this figure up in the future. Let me know what you think. As always, this is QC Comics. So happy to have you watch the videos, and we will see you again with the next action figure unbox. Take care.